Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, everybody. Welcome.
Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Namaste Guruji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Jai Gurudev.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Namaste Guruji.
Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Welcome, welcome, bro.
Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
So chapter 2 is called the Summary of Bhagavad-Gita, Gita Saramsha, from Krishna to Arjuna. So in the previous chapter, we know there were 5 reasons Arjuna did not want to fight. One was compassion, no enjoyment, sin, family traditions, and indecision. So these are the 5 total hesitation on part of Arjuna, and he surrenders to Krishna. After this is a famous, very famous shloka. After this shloka, the whole Bhagavad Gita changes. Before the shloka, Arjuna is talking like a friend. He wants to argue with Krishna. Krishna does not reveal any spiritual knowledge. He talks on the same level. Anare Justam Arjuna, you are speaking like an uncivilized man, but Krishna does not reveal any spiritual knowledge. Again, Krishna teaching us how to be a good teacher. A teacher should not speak till the student is eager to receive. Otherwise, he may not be able to understand. He is not even eager. So we speak when he is eager. That's how Krishna is quite grave in this matter. Yes. So this is a shloka of surrender of Arjuna. So if you do not want to understand Bhagavad Gita, you learn from Dhritarashtra how to do that. And if you want to understand Bhagavad Gita, learn from Arjuna why to do that. And therefore this shloka is very significant because you want to understand Bhagavad Gita. What's the purpose was? Understand Gita. With understand Gita, Arjuna's way. And not understand Gita, Dhritarashtra's way. So he says, Karpana dosha, my Lord, my heart is stuck with miserly weakness. Dosha means a fault. So first thing, if you want to understand Bhagavad Gita, be honest and truthful in front of the Lord. It is said that in this world, inferiority complex is not very good. It's a psychological disease. But in front of the Lord, inferiority complex is great. Karpana dosha, yes, my Lord, my condition is my miserly weakness, upahata sabhava, are tossing my consciousness. This is true for all of us. And this is the first thing to admit. You go to a doctor, you say, yes, doctor, I have a fever. If you do not agree you are sick, even if doctor gives free medicine, you will not take it. So the first thing to learn from Arjuna is admit that I need this instruction. We should know, yes, I need. Prichami tama dharma samudha cheta. My Lord, please guide me. I want my heart to be totally pure. When Prahlad Maharaj asked, Dhruv Maharaj asked, Mother Lord, what benediction you want? He said, no, from the core of my heart, please take away all unwanted desires, all my weaknesses which are embarrassing me. Please, my Lord, take it away. Karparna dosha upatha sabhava prichami. Prichami means I am coming to you. Prichami tvam, my Lord, to you I am coming. Prichami tvam dharma samudha chetaha. This Prichami tvam dharma samudha cheta yashya. Tell me what is best for me. Nishchitam, definitely. Bruhi, my Lord, please say. Don't tell me some immediate benefit. Shreyan. Shreyan means ultimate benefit. Yes, Shreyan. Nishchitam, definite. Bruhi, please say, my Lord. Shishya stayam sadimam tam prapanam. My Lord, I am your disciple. Shishya. Sadimam tam prapanam. And I surrender to you today totally. So he changes the relationship between him and Krishna. So if you do not have a relationship of a servitude, of respect and surrender, then you will not understand Bhagavad Gita. Okay? It's not an armchair philosophy, let me discuss. No, sir. It's a very deep message which comes from the Lord and it requires. It's true for any education institute also. You want to learn medicine, you have to surrender to the institute. You have to come to the college at morning 8 o'clock. You have to do practicals. You have to do whatever the college says you have to do. Then they teach you. It's not that, see, I will see which class I can attend, then college will say so. We will not teach you. You need to give some commitment. So many people say, I want to understand God without a commitment of certain rules and regulations. They think just philosophy will do. No, sir. It's both philosophy, and this philosophy cannot be realized if the person is not applying certain levels of purity in him. So the combination is very important, and Arjuna showed this kind of a surrender. Then Gita we can. Many times people used to say, Srila Prabhupada, what is God? Show me God. Prabhupada used to say, it's not a joke that 5 minutes I tell you something and you'll accept. No, it's a culture of purification. It's a culture of servitude to the Lord to be cultivated. And then the Lord is filled. Say, Von Mukhe Jivadav Swayameva Spurati Adaha. Actually, I can go on. It will become a class on this shloka, but we have to cover the whole chapter. So everybody understand the main point here? The Gita actually understood if you want to go Arjuna's way. Otherwise, you can never understand Gita. That will be Dhritarashtra's way. We have to surrender to Krishna the way Arjuna surrendered. He is showing us a way how to understand Bhagavad Gita. So, who is Krishna? It's important. Why should I surrender to him? Why? What are you telling Swami? You have to surrender to somebody. Who is this person? I'll just give you a simple understanding. When you see a mountain from a distance, what you see is just a cloud. Suppose somebody says, I'm going toward Himalayas. How do you see Himalayas? I think it's just a cloud. I'm looking at that. That means we know he is very far away from the mountain. But at least he's seeing a cloud. He's better than a person who is atheist. So first level of understanding of God is some power, is some energy. Okay. Because why I'm doing this? Because in this shloka, after Arjuna surrenders, Vedavyasa says, Shri Bhagavan Vacha. He doesn't say any time in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna Vacha. What does he say? Shri Bhagavan Vacha. Shri Bhagavan Vacha means the Lord is speaking. But what is the meaning? I'm just trying to explain. Why does it refer to Krishna as Shri Bhagavan? So when you see a mountain from a distance, see cloud, then as you go nearer, you can see the shape. Some shape you can see. Then as you go more nearer, now you can see a tree and you can see that something inside the tree. But there is a parrot there eating a special fruit. So you're going in stages. First you see the cloud, then you see the shape, and then you see a parrot eating parrot. So Brahman, Paramatma, Bhagavan, 3 stages. So similarly, Krishna also, when you see in the first stage, you see as Brahma Jyoti. Most of the people, that's a conception of God, some light. Okay, good. Keep going on. It's just a cloud now. You don't know anything about God. Many people, God is some divinity. Good, it's not wrong, but it's the first picture you will get. Then as you go near, you see, oh my God, God has a beautiful form. It's not only effulgence which is coming out of him. He has a beautiful form. And he is present everywhere in that form, inside even my heart, inside every atom. That is called Paramatma feature. Ishara sarva bhutanam hidadesha arjuna tishtati. Bhagavad Gita Krishna will clarify. I'm there in everybody's heart as Paramatma. And the next, oh my God, this is the loving aspect of God, generally not known in spiritual circles. Known, but they don't know what it signifies. So 3 levels of understanding of a mountain. First level is some cloud. Second level is shape. And third level is going inside mountain and seeing the activities, including that of the parrot. This is a very important concept, so let me start again. The first level of seeing a mountain is just a cloud. The second level is you go near, you start seeing the shape, you start seeing the trees and all there. And third level is you see activities going inside. So exactly similarly, God is generally known as Brahma Jyoti, the first level. And second level, there is a beautiful shape, which I didn't see in the first time. We only see cloud. I don't see. So when I go near, just like a green tree, I see beautiful form of the Lord. And then next, I go more near. Then what do I see? I see the Lord having amazing pastime. Brahman, Paramatma, Bhagavan. The 3 levels of understanding of the truth. So this is the first knowledge in this chapter. Now Krishna addresses all the 5 objections of Arjuna in a systematic way, and this is this chapter. 2.11 to 30, after Arjuna surrenders, Krishna is going to talk about the soul. Arjuna's first objection was compassion. So many people will die. Krishna says, Arjuna, nobody is dying here. Why? We are not the body. Dehinosmani yatha dehe kaumaram yovanam jara tata dehantara prapti dhiras tatarana mohyati. As the embodied soul continuously passes this body from boyhood to youth to old age, the soul similarly passes into another body at death. The self-realized soul is not bewildered by such a change. This is a very, very, very powerful argument. And the logical, actually, I've developed a presentation. If we get time today, I will show you 18 reasons we can say we are not the body. So this is a very nice present. I can show you after this class, but let us first understand this. This simple argument. Body is changing, but it's a very, very logical, unbeatable argument. We had a childhood body. If I show you the photograph, yeah, that's me, that's fine. How is it you? Not one cell is same. The body means the cells. The cells are dying, new cells are coming. Every few years, practically it's a new body. And you say, I'm the body. What is the body? What you are identifying with the body? The cells, they die and come. Okay, atoms. Oh, 98% atoms are different every year. So what are you in the body which remains continuous? Like yesterday and today, you coming, yesterday you were there for the class, but actually there is difference. That body is different. Today's body is different. Devnasvani yatha dehe kaumaram yauvanam jara tatha dehantara prapti dhiras tatarana mohyati. Self-realized soul is not bewildered by such a change. Nayanam chindanti shastrani nayanam dahati pavakaha na chayanam klediyanti apo na shoshayati marutaha. More, after this, Krishna keeps telling different properties of the soul. This is like a science of the soul. You are not the body soul, then this, what are the properties of the soul? Like in periodic table, we are introducing one more atom called Atma, very small. Atma is 10,000 part of the tip of the hair. Keshagra Shadabhagasya Shatada Kalpita. Even though it's so small, it is more powerful than the sun planet. Nothing in material world can compare to the sun. Much more powerful than it. He is Son of God. He is very powerful. God is all powerful. He is also powerful. But not like God. Just like sunshine and a photon. Now if sun enters your room, then you will be vaporized. But a sunshine, yeah, we can manage that. So there is an immense difference in potency. But in quality it is same. Sunshine is also heat and light. Sun is also heat and light. So Nayanam Chandanti Shasrani, you cannot cut the soul. You cannot burn the soul. You cannot do anything with the soul. It is so powerful. Even a sun cannot burn it. Therefore, I say soul is more powerful than the sun. You cannot do anything. Soul can sit on the sun planet and nothing will happen. The soul can never be cut into pieces by a weapon, nor can be burned by the fire, nor washed in the water, nor withered by them. Nothing we can do. It's totally anti-material. Okay. Now the second reason Arjuna was saying, what is the benefit I get, Krishna, if I fight this war? Krishna says, benefit? I can only say benefit for you, Arjuna. If you lose the war, suppose you fight, because you fought for the right cause under my order, you go to heaven. And if you lose the war, you become a king on earth. Sorry, if you lose a war, you go to heaven, and you win the war, you become king on earth. So both ways, yeah, I see only benefit, Arjuna, for you. Hato va prapshase swargam jitva va bhokshase mahim. O son of Kunti, either you be killed on the battle and attain the heavenly planet, Swargam, or you conquer and enjoy the earthly kingdom, Jitva va bhokshase mahim. Your enemies will describe you many unkind words. Krishna also continues in the answer. Arjuna, you are saying what's the benefit? I tell you something. Suppose you do not fight this war and you go away. Something will happen. What? The Karna and Duryodhana is going to have a laugh. You are a coward and you ran away. They will not say Arjuna left battlefield out of compassion. No. They are not going to say. And will you be able to bear that laugh? Darpok bhag gaya. They could do nothing in the life which is more painful to you. So very strong argument. The second argument, Krishna qualifies in two ways. Then the third argument. Now Arjuna is worried about the sin. Krishna said, sin. I'm showing everything is a set of shlokas. 15, 16 shlokas here are answering this one. Previously also it's a set of shlokas. If you notice, the first answer is in these set of shlokas, 20 shlokas, 2.11 to 30. Krishna talks about this, nothing happens to the soul. Now the second argument, Krishna takes another set of shlokas, 7 shlokas, to say, Arjuna, you are asking me what is the benefit? So this is an answer. I can see only I can only see benefit for you. So, and on the contrary, also I tell you something, that if you do not fight the war, people will laugh at you, and it will be very difficult for you to survive after that. Because more higher you are, more you painful when you fall. You are such a celebrated personality. It will not go peacefully for you if people laugh at you. And then Arjuna's argument was very nice, was the sin. So Krishna says, Arjuna, there is no sin when you surrender to me. I'll give you an example. Hanuman, he fought for me. And he burned the whole Lanka when he saw sin committed by Ravana, who kidnapped my wife. And what is the result? Hanuman is worshipped today for that. Nobody objects to getting angry and burning Lanka. Vibhishana, when he left his kingdom to surrender to me, whole kingdom shouted, he is Deshadrohi, he is Kuladrohi. But Vibhishana also has temple, he is worshipped. Hanuman is worshipped. Every street in India you have at least one Hanuman Gudi, by blessings of Lord Rama. And similarly, Vibhishana, I had gone to Sriranga. There is a temple brought by him from Lord Rama, the deity, and is worshipped there. So nobody objects. So when you're surrendered to me, why you have to think about all this thing? There is no sin. And even little service done to me, Arjuna, will save you from the greatest type of danger. Example. Or make sound. We announce our welcome by sound now. Silence. Now this argument has gone well. Now the next line. Neya bikamanashvasti pratyavayana vidyate. Very, very important next line. Salpamavayasya dharmasya. Little service will save us from the greatest danger. There was a rat, and a rat sometimes was eating cherries, so he was really enjoying the cherry. Then what happened? He saw a lamp. This lamp was about to get extinguished. So what he did was that the rat, he looked at the burning of the lamp, and he felt this lamp is going to extinguish. No, that was not his objective. He was rather, because he's a rat, he thought that end of the lamp is also like a cherry. So what he did, the rat jumped on that cherry there was no cherry, there was the lamp which is about to extinguish. And in that whole process, the lamp got stretched out and started burning very nicely. At the same time, the oil and other thing, he caught fire and he burned to death. This lamp was kept in front of the Lord. So what the Lord took, this poor rat sacrificed his life to do an arati for me. So Krishna gave him all blessings of moksha. It's a very nice instance quoted in the Puranas to show even smallest of service has the greatest benefit. Okay? Salpo abhyasa dharmasya tarayate mahato bhayat. Like you, all of you are trying to understand Bhagavad Gita. Salpa, little effort. We are just 18 days really putting in effort. Don't worry. It can save you from the greatest of dangers. You do not know how auspicious it is to hear Bhagavad Gita. So auspicious. And you are even attempt to try to understand Bhagavad Gita. You're trying. We cannot say we have understood, but that attempt, salpa, little effort, will save us from the greatest of dangers. Okay, done. Then fourth, Arjuna had a concern about what is going to be the samskaras of the children. What will happen to them? Look at the child smiling so sweetly, and father also smiling. Correct? And then he is the one teaching. Now the father is not there. Who is going to teach the child? The parents are not there. The father dies in the battle. Who will teach the child how to wear dhoti? It's a very sweet picture. So samskaras, the father has a lot of role to play. Mother, father, both are needed. Upbringing of a child. And as the father is not there, the question is, Who will bring up the child? Okay? This is a very serious argument. And how Krishna is going to answer this? Krishna turns the whole table around. Arjuna, you know what is going to happen. If you do not fight the battle, you serve as a bad example. What example? If you have a problem, run away from the battle. Even in life, you have a problem, tomorrow you have exam, people will run away. So why you are not giving exam, going away, running away? Arjuna did it, no? Before the battle, he went away. Is there anybody as celebrated Arjuna? Arjuna was a very special person. He fought with Lord Shiva, God Pashupata. He could impress even Lord Shiva with his fighting. He even so many times even fought with Devata. So powerful person he was. Amazing celebrated warrior, pet child of the Dronacharya, and he ran away. So it's a very good example. So Krishna is telling Arjuna that you will create such bad samskaras by running away instead of fighting. So this is going to be the third, fourth. And the last argument, Arjuna says, I am indecisive, I am confused. So Krishna says, Arjuna, व्यवसायत्मिका बुद्धि एक हिव कर नंदना बहुशाखा अनंतस्य बुद्धयो व्यवसायिना. Fix up your mind to satisfy me, satisfy your acharya. Then you will have no distraction. That is Arjuna. You see here, this is Dronacharya, and Arjuna was a pet child of Dronacharya. And Arjuna was, when Dronacharya asked Arjuna to throw arrow at the a bird, toy bird. He had kept a toy bird away at a tree. He asked everybody, what do you see? Somebody said, I see the tree. Somebody like Bhima said, I see the fruits. He was fond of eating. They asked Arjuna, what do you see? He said, I only see the eye of the bird. So in that sense, he's reminding him, you knew about this, Arjuna, that if you fix yourself in the order of the Krishna and Guru, you have no more any diversion. After this is actually Bhagavad Gita is over when these 5 questions are answered. Because that is what the Bhagavad Gita is. Everybody knows Arjuna's apprehensions. But now Arjuna is going to expand out the Bhagavad Gita. That's the rest of the Bhagavad Gita. The summary of Bhagavad Gita is there within the 2nd chapter. Now Krishna talks about the totally self-realized souls in the last few arguments of this 5th. Yadate moho kalilam. A person who is past of the dense darkness of illusion, he has nothing to be heard and nothing to do. Oh, so he asks Krishna immediately this question. Arjuna says, Sita pragnasya ka bhasha samadhi sasya keshava siddhi kim prabhasheta kim asita vrajeta kim. He says, how do I recognize Krishna's self-realized soul? So Krishna says, yes, prajahati yada kaman, self-realized soul means he gives us all the plans of sense enjoyment. Sarvan partha manogatan, knowing them to be the imaginations of the mind. Atmanevatmana tushtaha, he works for total satisfaction of the soul. So the pragnasa uchyate, that is the self-realized soul. And we have the super example of Bhakta Prahlad. When you talk about devotees, first is Bhakta Prahlad Maharaj, amazing devotee. Yes, and everybody knows him in India. So sweet. All plans of enjoyment he has. He has no plan of sense enjoyment. Nothing. Totally in smarana of the Lord. Prajahati sarva partha manogata. Because mind, in this world there is no happiness. In this world, happiness means hallucinations of the mind. There is no happiness. Happiness in this world exists only in anticipation. Prajahati yada kama sarva partha manogata. Atmani evatmana tushtaha, totally satisfied in the self. Sisa pragnasa uchyate, that is a self-realized person. He is totally satisfied. He is not looking for happiness outside. He knows that happiness only is in anticipation. It actually does not exist. Material happiness does not exist except in the mind. He knows that. This Prahlad Maharaj, you know that what all he went through, and he was peaceful, very, very peaceful. In fact, now to add about Srila Prabhupada, the founder of ISKCON, Srila Prabhupada was in Vrindavan all alone, and his guru's order was in his head. He had tried, moment he got an order when he was just 1922, to take it as a worldwide movement. He used to always tell his friends, my guru gave a very difficult order. The same way, he was whole life meditating how to fulfill. He was a family man. He didn't abandon his family. He was doing business. He maintained his family. And 55 years of the life happened. Guru's mission is not fulfilled. He has done everything. All the money he had is spent in printing books, distributing them, tried to launch a movement here and there. Nobody was taking interest. Then finally, even his family was not, as you expected, was not supporting this kind of an idea. He said, "No, my guru has told me." He was too such like a small, sweet child. Guru told me I have to do this. And he took sannyas, came to Vrindavan. 15 years have happened. Even after that, he's 70-year-old now. Nothing has happened. It's peaceful. He's writing books and is looking from the Lord to give him a way. Somehow show him a way this can be accomplished. And he used to always say, such a difficult, how it will happen? And finally it happened. But very peaceful. There's no kind of a distraction. Fixed on the mission of the Guru. Okay, after this, Krishna also explains to Arjuna how the mind gets distracted. This is the last part of this chapter. I hope you like this. The Bhagavad Gita is you are able to understand. So in this, Krishna explains how the mind degrades gradually because Arjuna has asked the symptom of self-realized person. In that course, Krishna is explaining how the self-realized person is above all this. An ordinary man goes through the 8 stages of degradation. And so first thing is he contemplates. He sees the sense objects, his mind becomes agitated. Sangaste Shubhajayate, he becomes very, very, very attached. Moment he contemplates. You can see the example. Kama means all kind of desires, not only lust, but I taken lust because that's the strongest desire. Dhyayata Vishya Pumsa, I see the girl, okay, what is that? What's that? What's that? Sangaste Shubhajayate, how are you? And the laughing starts, the meaningless, foolish laughter. Sangaste Shubhajayate, Sanga Sanjayate, Kama, he become very attached to that girl. Kama Krodha Vijayate, now he is becoming angry. Why other person is involved? Why not me? Krodhat bhavati sammoha, next stage. Now the mind stops working. Sammoha smriti vibramaha, he loses memory. What am I getting into? Sritibhamshad buddhi nasho, his intelligence is there to protect him at the last stage. And buddhi nashat pranashati, falls down. This is, you can do a PhD on this shloka. The 8 stages, I have not heard from any psychology ever. 8 stages so detailed like Bhagavad Gita is saying. Dhyayate vishaya pumsa, sangaste shubhajayate, sanga sanjayate kama, kama krodha vijayate, krodhad bhamati sammoha, delusion, sammoha smriti vibramaha, smriti vamshad buddhinasho, buddhinashat pranashati, and person falls down. The people cannot even understand what happened to this person. Just like today, aren't we all careful? Do we say, thoda sa corona chalega, thoda chalega? Anybody will read, no, thoda le lo, nahi chahiye. It's because we know thoda zyada ho jayega, fir mar jayenge. So same way, we should be also think little of Maya we don't. We do not want Maya at all, little or more. But people are not like this today. Most of the people, their excuse for foolishness is moderation. Thoda liquor is good for digestion also. Little liquor is good for digestion. And it's not smoking, little. Life is meant for fun, What is the point having no fun? Little we will have fun. Yeah, so they have little of corona also. Nobody will like it. So in the beginning stage, you have to cut it away. That is what the lesson will come from. You cannot wait. If you wait, it is going to be a disaster. It will build and then nobody can do anything. It becomes a habit. And we are just set of habits. So if before it becomes habit, you can at any stage cut it away. So what do I do? It builds. We are not very careful. When you're walking, just like suppose somebody says, okay, there may be a vaccine for corona, but what if I am careless and I get the infection? What do I do after that? We need medicine. So we need a medicine which is just not only vaccine, it also the cure. And that is chanting of the Nama for my heart. So if I chant just like the virus, there are virus of desires also, I call it as virus. They also travel from heart to heart at different stages. Whatever stage the person has built that virus, to that stage he will give you. Suppose somebody has developed to the stage of anger, delusion, lust, he can give you. No, yesterday night I had 2 bottles of liquor. What a fun it was. And if you hear him submissively, that power will give you. Phak. Reverse. Somebody is attracted to the Lord. So sweet it is when I chant every day the Nama. You hear it with submission. You save so much time of spiritual advancement. You advance in a moment. In a moment, He gives you some thought with realization. Either positive or negative, it works. You have to be very, very, very careful when you're associating with people in this world. Asatsanga tyaga ei Vaishnavachara. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, the first thing to advance in spiritual life is that we have to give up loading our heart with unwanted desires from other people. We have to. Otherwise, one side you are washing your heart, other side you are putting a bucket of water over whatever fire of spiritualism we created. So we have to be very careful, understanding the 8 stages we get degraded. That's the end of this chapter. The first part was Krishna answering Arjuna's question of compassion, and Krishna answered, we are not the body. So Arjuna, your question has been answered. You are having compassion on something which is not worthy of compassion. Ashochan anvashochastam pragyavadamsa bhashase. You're speaking like a learned man, but you're full of Bhava. So compassion is for the soul, not for the body. Just like somebody drowns and you jump inside and bring his shirt out. I saved him. You didn't save him. The person is drowned. You guys just got his shirt out. So mostly in this world today, people are very bothered about material compassion. Not bad, but Bhagavad Gita is much higher than that. I don't have to hear Bhagavad Gita for that. Please be merciful to other people. That's okay. That's fine. That's not the message of Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is much beyond that. Please be merciful to the soul proper, not be sentimental and just be merciful to the body. No enjoyment. So Arjuna said, no enjoyment. Krishna says, I only see enjoyment, heaven or kingdom. Okay, fear of sinful activity. Arjuna says, Papa, this is sin. So Krishna says, in service to me, Arjuna, there is no sin. Devotion activity, there is no sin. I take the reaction. Just like now soldiers went in the India-China border and some soldiers have died, or some soldiers killed so many Chinese soldiers. Those who killed Chinese soldiers, we see very soon now when you have 26 January, you will have a celebration of 15th August, probably they may get Paramveer Chakra, some great. Nobody says he killed 10 Chinese soldiers. No, no, no. That reaction country takes. So similarly, when you are in service to the Lord, reaction Lord will take. But there should be clear order from the Lord. Not that you imagine that and misuse that thing. Destruction of family tradition. Krishna said, be a role model to prevent Varna Shankara. Varna Shankara is good for nothing population. So Arjuna is worried that if I fight this war, kill the parent, at home the children become Varna Shankara. Krishna says, Arjuna, reverse will happen. If you run away from the battlefield, you will create Varna Shankara by giving such a terribly bad example. And indecision, Krishna says, serve the Lord with determination. Serve your Guru with determination. That will take care of indecision. Done. You loved it? We finished the Bhagavad Gita in half an hour. That's what I'm going to do every time. Now, any questions before I can develop on something which is the most powerful argument in chapter today at this level, because other things will develop later also, all of them. That was, we are not the body. I have a presentation to show you 18 reasons we are not the body. And virtually, I tell you, amazing. Amazing. Yes.
Prabhuji, I'm Preeti here from Bangalore.
Yes. Thank you.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes. We all can hear.
Yeah. I need a little more explanation on the attachment.
Yeah. Now, other people who want to ask question, you can just put your hand up. Yeah.
Yeah. Can you little bit explain more about the attachment? Like without attachment, like for example, mother and a kid. See, without an attachment, like how you are, little bit of attachment is required. I mean, how to deal with this attachments?
Yeah, true. See what happens. Mother's love in this world is the sweetest reflection of the Lord's love. But I said reflection. Now, suppose you take the sun and you have a reflection of the sun and water. What is the power of that compared to the power of sun? Nothing. But there is some power. So similarly, everybody gets mother love. Even a cat gets it, tiger gets it. Recently, we saw that famous viral video. You saw that? A chicken chased away a cobra trying to save its egg. It was a viral. Maybe when if it had attacked personally, it would have died. But with the interest to save the children, the chicken started acting like some Yamuduta and the snake ran away. Unbelievable was a cobra ran away. Many of the saw it. It was viral on Facebook everywhere. So that even animals have the love of mother and child. But we are talking about the love of the Lord, which only human beings can experience, which is like fire. This is like a spark. It is a reflection. It is the indication of also the Lord's love. If I want to experience, if I want to ever tell in my classes about purity of God's love, I talk about mother's love. Because without any expectation, the mother's loves the child. She is taking so much labor for the child, labor of love, without any expectation. You know, the kind of effort and the pain mother has gone through in upbringing a child cannot be compared. It's very, very touching. True. But compared to the love of the Lord, which is totally spiritual. Now, mother's love is on the body, but I am not the body. True. At the end of the day, I am not the body, I am the soul. So the mother love is. So in one sense,
So, in
wait. Voice is kill that voice.
yeah,
But
there's some disturbance.
see, there is no intentional, but you know, ayyo, please help us.
Mute.
I'm trying with this participant, the community, trying it. Please, now all of you know what it does. It's unconsciously it happens, not consciously. Consciously also we get what is known as team bombers. Oh my God, if we get that, we all will be trouble through the 2 hours. Okay. They come to create noise and sometimes everything is there. So the mother's love, you said a beautiful question. So Italy affection, but the affection is on illusion. That Arjuna also had that kind of an affection. My own brothers, cousin brothers, my own grandfather. But Krishna is saying, let us talk on a spiritual platform. You know, he's not limiting Bhagavad Gita on a material platform. He's lifting the Gita on a spiritual platform. So in that way, the mother's love is beautiful. But have you heard about the people who love the Lord? They are actually worshipped in every religion, not in our religion only. Every religion, people who achieve love of God are worshipped. Worshipped. That is worshipable. That is a unique privilege. That is spiritual. You cannot imagine if the mother's love is like a reflection, just imagine how the son is compared. Intense love of the God means you will fly in the air, you will become mad. They actually become mad. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is a preceptor in this parampara, showed total madness in love of the Lord, and every moment he is worship for that. You know, it's worshipable. So that is special. Special. It's an indication. I have, and actually, I also personally experienced. I was also attached to my parents, but when I started dealing with them as a matter of duty after becoming a devotee, our actually relationship improved a lot. We became more affectionate as a matter of duty. Like mother may be very affectionate to the child, and let the child go to the mother and say one day, "Mother, I'll not follow whatever you say. Just look next day what happens." The mother will be very disturbed. Why he's not listening to me? And father, mother get very angry. Listen to us. What happened? You're very loving to, that there is a slight of contamination. The child should follow me. That all will be not there in the condition of the Lord. We actually are not obeying the Lord at all. We are not even bothered who God is. Forget about his orders. That's what I'm supposed to do as his child. But Krishna loves us intensely from one-sided now. So his love cannot be compared. So Hridam Sarva Bhutana. His love is very special. Yes, thank you. So Vishwanath. Okay, now let me go by sequence so everybody will put their hand there, otherwise nobody will do that. Yes, Vishwanath E, you can unmute yourself, ask a
Yeah,
question.
hi, I'm Vishnadan from Chennai.
Yes.
I have one question. Like you talked about sin, the third prospect of which Arjun had on his mind. So in that you said that he has to somebody they have to surrender to the God. So how a person will know what is right and what is wrong, and who is the right person to whom we should surrender? Like you had two views there, like you have Kauravas and you have Pandavas. Kauravas did not surrender to Krishna. They thought that Krishna is a wrong approach to be surrendered. Arjuna surrendered to Krishna thinking that he will give a right advice. So you in Mahabharata itself we have two versions, like somebody followed Krishna and somebody did not follow Krishna. So how in today's world you will know whom a normal person should follow so that he gets a correct guidance?
Perfect. Variyam eshate prashnaha. What a question, what a question. And I don't know whether I'm able to answer this question, but I can appreciate the question. It's a beautiful question. And the question is, how do we know today whom to follow? That's why Bhagavad Gita is there. Krishna so careful he is. He knows there will be a person like Vishwanath ask this question and he has left himself. See, if you meet Krishna, if you say, Krishna, you are in my heart. Krishna is there in everybody's heart. So in that way, that's also a chariot. He is in the heart of everybody. Just switch on the fan. In the heart of everybody. And also, please, after the question, I want to show you 18 reasons we are not the body. That will be unique. Amazing that will be. So let us finish that and jump there quickly. So what we said, those of you who feel now question answer, if you want to stay, you are welcome to stay for that's very special. Every class I'll give you one thing special at the end of the class, which it was developed for the students. I do a small service to try to encourage the youth to take to spiritual life. So they were developed like that. So you said, what is the question about sin? How do I understand sin? And who is going to tell me which is sin? What is sin? When everybody may imagine, I may say this is sin. So first thing, nobody makes a traffic law citizen's house. We don't make. So dharma laws are not created by us. It is made by the Lord. Just like traffic laws are made by the government. He decides what is good or bad. It's logical. Anything which obstructs my spiritual advancement is sin. Anything which encourages my spiritual advancement is good. So there is absolute definition of sin. Without defining God or my goal of life, nothing is good, nothing is bad. I actually go to teach values in the colleges. Colleges invite me, please teach values. They even given me credit courses. But when I go to teach, I always bring in spirituality. So nobody asked me this question. But if they ask, that's my answer. Because without defining the objective, the goal of life, I cannot define anything as good or anything as bad. So one thing logically we can understand, just like drinking is bad, obviously bad. But you say, I like it. You cannot believe one student in the topmost college of Karnataka came and asked me, have you taken drugs? I said, no. Then how do you say it's bad? I said, oh my God, what should I do with this fellow? If I can call his parent, please save this guy. So people feel you have taken, it's great fun. But any objective of life, you're going to die very soon. And whatever your mental, physical strength is going to go very soon. So an objective can only be defined with a clear goal. That's I can handle by logic. But beyond that is the orders of God are known through his book, that Krishna has left his book. And the book should be also understood in the way Arjuna understood. That's Guru Parampara. Arjuna understood that the Guru Parampara will teach. He is the first student of Bhagavad Gita. You may say there are 1,000 editions of Gita. Why I should follow your interpretation? Number one, you will find I am not giving an interpretation. I only repeat what Gita says. Interpretation means to symbolize. Krishna says water, water means river, river means this, and I turn it around. Just like in army, when they are fighting, the codes, they're all second meaning. Ek dusra meaning hota hai. We are going to Bombay. That terrorists were there, the big terrorists. They were using always similar language, some kind of a dangerous language, and government, police people here try to decipher what it means. So somebody told, when Krishna told Gita to Arjuna, actually Krishna did not know what he was speaking. Arjuna also did not understand what he spoke. And then after that, all the acharyas, Vedavyasa recorded the conversation, Madhvacharya, nobody understood what Arjuna spoke. Today I understood. No, sir. Hare Krishna, this is not the way. Krishna knew what he's speaking. Arjuna understood what he's speaking. And what Arjuna understood, it is there within Bhagavad Gita itself. So you don't have to worry. It's such a beautiful book. It has everything within it. Just like in a medicine bottle, it is written, take 2 times in a day with hot water. The book itself says how this should be taken in a parampara, so that in a parampara, you exactly explanation of Gita is there without any interpretation. Very reasonable. So yeah, that's the correct explanation of Bhagavad Gita, and you appreciate. So that way we can understand it is protected by the book itself, and the book is guided by a parampara, so that everything needs a teacher. This is a very important point. Now you don't have universities with library and no teacher, no schools with library, no teacher. It will not work. So there is a role of what is known as guru, even in spiritual life. Milkha Singh needed a guru to go 100 feet or 100 meters. And to go from here to God's kingdom, we don't need a guru. I don't understand we need a guru, and which is logical. So the Shastra and the book will do it. Okay, now Vishwanathi, that's okay. Should I proceed?
Yeah.
Sir, one small question. Sir.
Now just wait.
My name
Let
is
us go
Sridhar.
by. Let us go by hand raising. You put your hand so that the symbol will develop. Siddharth Rastogi.
Hare
Yeah,
Krishna,
yeah.
Prabhuji.
What's your question?
So
Sir,
as we
maybe
talk about
it's probably I had a difficulty today in the morning to join this session. I don't know if I had made any mistake. I had no problem yesterday,
This is
but today
see
I had
what
a mistake. Is there any technical thing I am making a mistake in this? Can you please guide me?
No, this is what we say, learning curve. I also, this is a beautiful package, Microsoft team, but it has a learning curve. It has so many options. Even as a presenter, it gives you 1 million options. So it takes time to, all of us go through this, but it will be a good platform, good platform. It has very good audio quality. I think you all can hear crystal clear audio.
The audio was very good. Okay, sir. Anyway, let me go.
Yeah,
Thank
it
you.
has, but it has a learning curve. Okay, Siddharth Rastogi, you had a question, sir?
yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. As we talk about
From which
attachment,
place?
I am in Noida.
Okay, yes.
As we already talked about attachment as well as surrender to the Guru or Krishna. Do we have any example in Bhagavad Gita that somebody who did not surrender fully and later they surrendered? I think I am relating that person with me that who surrenders late or do delay in surrendering. So, is there an example who because Arjun surrendered immediately, and other who were following Arjun, they surrendered to Krishna and fought. So I think from Kauravas also some people later surrendered. So
Even Duryodhana used to ask, is he God or what? Because he thought this war is 5 minutes affair. But Krishna held the war, went on for 18 days, and he was the one finally to fall on the ground. He never thought he's going to lose this war till the last day. That's interesting. Yes. So yeah, your question is actually you appear to be a devotee already. Your question is very advanced. Yes. Actually, I have parallelly, which I did not open out to you, many things going parallelly for all of you. I'm starting a Bhakti Shastri course. In fact, ISKCON has asked me to start. That will be for people like you who are already understood Bhagavad Gita. I also have in a day, every day morning, 8 o'clock Bhagavatam. One verse of Bhagavatam we discuss. We can go deeper as much. After this course is also over, we have so many programs for you. Those who are interested, you find it interesting, then you say, oh, let me learn more. So the surrender, yeah, Prabhuji, it's a very big process. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says surrender is divided into 6 areas. It is divided into, it's a very detailed thing. Sharanagati, and if I obeisance like Guru, I say what? A Dandavat disciple. He gives a big Dandavat, but at the end of the day, he has no plan to do anything more. You know? He doesn't follow the Guru. So surrender is very deep principle. Like Arjuna, Karishe Vachanam Tava. He showed surrender from Gita. Krishna, I'm going to follow you. And he says, every word Krishna say, I accept. Yanmam vadisi Keshava. Many of us absorb in ourselves. See, I tell you, it's not easy to read Bhagavad Gita properly. Something interesting thing without Guru. Just, the book is there, I can read. Yeah. I'll tell you an example. Because you are a devotee, I'll tell you something very interesting you've not heard before. When you're chanting Harinama, it is not possible to hear Harinama properly. You know that. Every day, very simple. Our instruction, again, I'll repeat every class, and pardon me for that. The best thing, if you can take from me, please hear the Harinama attentively. Everything will happen. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. You want to surrender? Surrender here first. Hear this vibration word by word. And my mind is disturbing, Sir, that's a surrender. There is nothing for the mind. It is from the mouth to the ear. And it's a challenge for us lifetime. That's a surrender. So surrender begins by first accepting the first manifestation of the Lord as the Nama. And we had that Salpam Apiyasya. Little service to the Lord can save us from the greatest danger if we can chant. But we know how difficult all of you who are trying to chant. If you say from me, sir, we are going to enjoy Bhagavad Gita 18 days, can you start practicing something that Gita says? And by the end of the course, we can personally see it's not only theory, there has to be practice also, no? So what can I do? I cannot go to battlefield and fight with the relatives. Now Krishna is asking me, neither I can do that. What is Krishna asking me to do, which I can implement in my life right away? And at the end of the 17 days more of the class, I can say, sir, this works. This is great for me. What is that? Chant Harinama. You will win the battle of life. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. It's like a Narayana Kavacha. No virus of material desires will come. Correct? Everybody is looking for a vaccine. This is a vaccine of your material desire. No material desire will touch you. Not only that, everybody is today in a stage of fear. Whoever I meet, they're scared. All fear will go away when the Nama of the Lord enters your heart. So my humble request, I request you again and again, please spend some time chanting every day. A revolution is waiting in your consciousness. So surrender will develop gradually as you know. So I said, when you chant Harinama, it's impossible. Same way, you cannot read the book. I tell you what you do. All those who are chanting, they know what I'm talking. You sit down to hear the Nama for 10 minutes also. The mind doesn't allow you to hear. It's very easy. Chant Harinama. That's Kali Yuga. You don't have to do anything else. You don't have to do big yagna meditation, which is difficult. All of you know. You are all acharyas. Just sit and hear the Nama. Try. It's not easy. Okay, number one. You need a guru for that. Because he gives you the value of the holy name. Then you hear Hare Krishna. He has a better respect for the Harinama it teaches. Secondly, reading. You cannot read. You try to read Bhagavad Gita. When you see a rope, you take it for the snake. Where is the snake? It's not in the rope. It's in your mind. Same way when you read Bhagavad Gita, you are not reading. What you know as snakes, there is rope, but you are seeing a snake. There is no snake here. Snake is here. So we don't even read. We can't even read. Just like we can't even hear. We hearing our own ideas. We are not able to be open like a blank slate, hearing what Krishna is saying. It is not easy. Arjuna in half an hour understood Bhagavad Gita because his mind was crystal clear, hearing every word Krishna says, and we are not able to hear. He is hearing what Krishna wants to say. What he has ideas, that is not surrender. Surrender means you have to throw away your ideas and hear what Guru is saying. You have to be like an empty slate in front of the Lord. What is our ideas in front of the Supreme Lord? Great acharyas worship him, but it's not possible. Somebody with a higher level of surrender and respect for Krishna, you hear him. Your faith enhances. Then you start reading Bhagavad Gita. So you need Guru to read Gita properly. You need Guru to chant Nama properly. Otherwise, both the process will make us advance. But we need a Guru to be able to do it properly. Yes, Prabhuji? You bless me. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Okay, now we had Siddharth is also okay. So should I go to my 18 reasons we are not the body? Why not celebrate that today? And you write questions to me personally on the mail. I got 11 questions yesterday from this forum. I answered all of them before I slept. I promise you I'll answer all of them before my answer may be short, don't mind it. I'm there with you, but I'll answer the question. Should I go to, all of you know my email? Yesterday I showed you. If somebody is new today, you can note down. Now what is coming is amazing. 18 reasons and nobody would have given you 18. I heard 6, I heard 4. Nobody gives you 18 reasons. 18 reasons you're not the body. Some of you can have a notes copy and you can note it down. But before that, I'll just give you, because this is the second chapter, this will be, a most powerful thing which you can take. You're not the body. And if that is convinced, because if soul is convinced, then only your spirituality begins. Many people talk about different things. Why this in Mahabharata, Ramayana. I said that we'll talk later. First understand what is soul. Before trying to understand the ocean, you take a drop of water and analyze that. It's not possible to analyze the ocean. What do we do? Take a drop. So similarly, it's not possible to analyze. What a doctor does, takes one drop of blood, not the whole blood. So similarly, it's not possible to analyze the Lord, first analyze the soul. If you understand soul, you understand God. Okay, you can see my email ID, everybody. So feel free, please feel free. You write to me, I'll answer your question. Anything personal thing. Today, let us enjoy our amazing presentation we have on we are not the body. Just give me 1 minute. It will go iCloud. This is actually developed for the students. And this is for ISKCON Youth Forum. We have the link. And the presentation is called Consciousness. Here it is. And also something I have to do because I'm using a lot of copyrighted videos in it. YouTube will not allow me to. It will catch my neck. So I have to switch off the recording now. Okay. Govinda, why the screen is hanging? Okay. This presentation is over. Okay, somewhere it worked. Okay, it's downloading it, no problem. By the time. So it was understandable. You all like this approach. Keep it simple. So because a lot of people, audience are coming who are first time hearing Bhagavad Gita. If I go make the difficult part, then it will be difficult. Okay. Okay. No problem. Okay, later I can edit, no problem.
Prabhu? Hello?
Yeah. Now you are not seeing the screen, no? It's come out.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to search for the lessons on yesterday. You had showed us on your website to go to those particular lessons, but yesterday I tried to go on the website and search for them. I could not do that. I could not find those lessons. Can you just guide us through your website and show exactly